All right, what's up, YouTube? Yo, I just wanted to holler at y'all real quick about the homie R. Kelly, man. You know, I'm a Chicago guy, so I want to give y'all a quick update what's going on in his case as far as I see it today. It's looking bad for the homie Robert. He got 12 plays. He got 12 ways. He gonna be getting the fuck locked up. Apparently, they got him up in New York right now, and he's facing some racketeering charges about him and his sexual misconduct. They're trying to say he basically was running a criminal enterprise of women coming to him, young women coming to him for sexual pleasures. So is that any realness to that? I mean, they're going to try to prove this in court. So they got him set for August 9th for be his actual court date. So he'll be going back to court August 9th, which is not too far from now. You talking about, man, a month, little baby less than a month. So then they said that's a short time for his lawyers to actually get prepared to fight this case. But I mean, what can you say about old Roberto, man? He was out there doing a dummy. He had all that money. And I just believe that if you're a black man in America, Caucasians are watching you. They have enough white folks here to watch every single African American in this country. We were initially their slaves. We were initially people in bondage. We were initially people who they had control over. But when they let us go free, they let us go free with no money, no opportunities unless we come to them and ask. So you're talking about a couple of decades or a few centuries, 1 century and a few decades later, black people are still asking whites for opportunities and stuff like that. So if they give you that money and they give you the celebrity, then you're going to have to walk on an eggshell because anything you do is going to be scrutinized. Just like Bill Cosby, they had him locked up all that time. And then if they freed him, like, drop of a hat. He's free now. He's back in America like it's nothing, you know. So back in the world rather like it's nothing. So it's definitely something to think about, man. You know what I mean? We got our boy R. Kelly. He's been fighting his case in Chicago, but it don't look like Chicago got too much on him. It looked like they just kind of held him down for the other cultures. I mean, other areas to come grab him. So it's just really crazy seeing how it's gonna play out for that bro, man. So he's definitely going to be going down, and he's definitely in New York, and he's definitely going to be hitting, and he's probably going to go to Florida and wherever else they got stuff happening with him. So it's almost like is celebrity really fun? Is celebrity something to be seeking after? Because this is the end result of it. It's a bunch of people who don't like you who will actually try to see your demise, and ain't nothing you can do about it. You're not even in position to do nothing about it. You actually got to take the brunt of the hit. So I look forward to, I met R. Kelly when I was a teenager. I remember being a teenager, like about 15 years old. And I was working at the RICO Theater, which is a theater on the south side of Chicago. And R. Kelly was an artist, so he would come up there and perform inside the theater. They would let him actually have the theater to himself. So he would be performing in a black theater. It would be empty and it would be black. And definitely like and subscribe. So he would be on the stage. The stage would be set for him to kind of perform and shit. And he had a big ass radio. So my father was a brutal motherfucker, man. He was a gang ass nigga, and he would whoop your ass in a split dime, which helped me become a stronger man. But at that time, as a teenager, it was rough. So I got in trouble in teenage school, you know, high school, and it was like fucking you up when you get home. And I'm like, oh shit. So I would stop at the Regal. I used to work at the Regal, so I would stop at the Regal and just sit in the theater. And I used to be like, one day I'm gonna be a filmmaker, one day I'm gonna be an actor, one day, and I was just sitting there and chilling. And this one time I went up there, this happened a lot because my father was a kick-ass nigga. And I worked at the Regal Theater, which is about 4 blocks from my house on 79th and Ridgeland. 79th and, yeah, Ridgeland. Okay, it's more like East End, but that's just 1 block away. So anyway, I'm sitting in the theater and shit. I'm just chilling, you know, sitting back thinking like, man, when I get to the crib, my father gonna whoop my motherfucking ass, man. Well, fuck, I do what I did. Oh, shit. All of a sudden, the lights come on, and this nigga down there, I'm all the way up in the balcony. No, I think I was on the first floor, and I was just down there chilling. Just like sitting in the audience, dark as fucking there, but you just by yourself. You know how to theater, you know how to work the theater because you work at this bitch. I was an usher, which meant my job was to help people to their seats. But I knew how to have access to the place because I knew the security guards and everything like that. So anyway, I'm at the Regal Theater, posted up. I see R. Kelly out there performing on the stage. He come out, big ass radio on the side. He performing songs. I don't remember the songs no more because I was a teenager. And he going crazy on the stage. So I see him do like maybe 2 or 3 songs. And then I clap in the audience. He like, who the fuck is out there? I say, it's me, man. I come downstairs. Well, I may have been upstairs. I can't remember. Well, I come downstairs and I go to the stage. He like, you was watching me before? I said, yeah, man. I always sit in the theater, but I never seen who the fuck are you? He said, my name is R. Kelly, man. And I was like, dude, you sound good, man. You gonna make it, bro. I was a kid. I don't know what if I even said you gonna make it, but I was just like, damn, man, you sound dope as hell. And he was like, yeah, they let me use the stage to perform my music in practice. I said, wow, that's crazy. They let this nigga use the theater at the RICO Theater to perform. I'm like 15, so I think he's 52. So he's like 5 years older than me at that time. So he was performing and shit up there. So we kicked it. We was cool. And I was like, what up, my nigga? So I remember going back to the crib to my brothers. I had home my brothers. I walked back to the crib. It was like 4 blocks from the RICO Theater. And I'm like, man, this the nigga was performing at the RICO, man. He cold as hell, man. He was singing and shit, man. And I remember my brothers was like, I had 2 brothers. My brothers was like, man, fuck that bitch ass nigga, man. We don't fuck about that whole ass nigga singing. That bitch ass nigga out of here. You gotta think, this the time when motherfucking niggas with attitudes was out. All Easy E music, Too Short, fucking Scarface, Top Authority, all kind of nigga shit was out at that time. So hearing somebody talk like that, or even conscious rap music, was like, the fuck is you doing? Well, I worked at the RICO Theater from the time I was like 15 to like it was 20. So when I saw shit that happened at the RICO, even plays, things like that, I would see artists before they got famous because they would just come to the theater to perform. I had met, what's that nigga name? Bernie Mac, rest in peace, before he was famous. Robin Harris, you name him. They would come there. Jamie Foxx, I saw him perform there before and I would come to the crib after the show and I would perform this shit for my family, my brother and my father. I would do everything I could remember that I saw at the RICO to them. They would come in the kitchen and I'd just be like, man, this what happened, and this what happened, and this what happened. And they would watch me do all this shit. And it was just like, I'm damn near performing after the fucking fact. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I ended up becoming an artist and a filmmaker and all that, because I did that. It was just working at the RICO Theater was fun because all of the shit would come to the theater. But this is the 80s, so it's not shit that y'all would give a fuck about today. You know what I'm saying? But it was the 80s back then. So you talking about Johnny Gill type motherfuckers and Sinbad type motherfuckers would come there. Even Dr. Dre came there, but that was like 90, 91. I think it was 91 a bit. Oh, no, actually that was 93. So make a long story short, that was where I worked at. And so I would always see R. Kelly and I would perform, he would perform on the stage, and then he became